Data is showing more men are contracting and dying from the coronavirus, and now we're learning why that may be. It is a trend that we're seeing worldwide and here in San Diego. Thank you for joining us for the Nightly Check-In. I'm Catherine Garcia. What numbers provided to our Investigates team by the county show the ratio of men who have tested positive for coronavirus here is higher than across the entire state. 51% of those who have been tested positive have been men, while 40% were women. The remaining 8% were unknown. Today, we asked a professor of neurology at SDSU about this trend, and he says while there isn't enough current data on COVID-19, we can look at history. Men were disproportionately affected during the SARS and MERS outbreaks as well. Doctors say you can also look at healthcare and physiology.
This is at an advantage from an evolutionary point of view because you would want to pass down the antibodies to the babies, to the child via breast milk. So women have better immunity in general.
Dr. Baweja adds that women's bodies produce stronger immune responses to immunization and vaccines than men. Doctors also say there's something about estrogen that could protect against coronaviruses, but exactly how it does that is difficult at this point to prove. Meanwhile, we are learning the number of positive cases reported here in San Diego County is now at 297. That includes 20 people who are not San Diego County residents. Again, the county says the actual number, though, is at least 10 times higher. The county also confirmed a cluster, that is a group of positive cases at the Mission Valley VA office, but they did not give any specific details. The death toll in San Diego remains the same at 2. National Guard troops began setting up a temporary hospital in Southern California today. This field hospital will be at the Riverside County Fairgrounds in Indio. It will focus on treating patients who are not receiving care for coronavirus. The hospital will contain 125 beds within 2 buildings. Officials expect setup to be completed within the next 10 days. Governor Newsom says several major banks are agreeing to a 90-day grace period for mortgage payments for those affected by the coronavirus.
We're working on additional issues and get continuity and consistency on ATM fees, on overdraft charges as well, and we'll be announcing more details on that in the coming days.
The announcement comes after lawmakers agreed to a $2 trillion coronavirus relief deal. Governor Newsom says California would get a significant chunk of that funding, more than $10 billion. About half of that will be used at the state level and the rest by cities and counties. While only essential businesses are allowed to stay open, there are a lot of questions surrounding vet clinics and the safety of our pets during this time. B Street Veterinary Hospital in Golden Hill is still seeing clients, but only the animals are being allowed inside the building. A receptionist sits outside to check clients in. Staff gets each pet and then returns them to the same spot when they're all done. The staff says they're being extra cautious and only seeing animals that need urgent care.
Procedures are essentially being postponed, and so elective spays and neuters, healthy dentals, and so we have to draw the line with things that aren't necessarily time sensitive.
B Street Veterinary Hospital is also trying to conserve when using personal protective equipment. They say they're only using what's absolutely needed, so it's available for other healthcare workers. Well, cloudy skies and cool temperatures, here is Dagmar with your first alert forecast.
Oh yes, cooler and cloudier weather is in store for us. What will you see through your Thursday? Well, showers at a rate of about 40 to 50%, stronger westerly winds kind of gusting through the region, so a colder spring storm. Rainfall totals anywhere from 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch along the coast and the inland valleys, where your temperatures will be right around the upper 50s and the low 60s, so kind of chilly out there. Mountains, you have a high only in the upper 30s and the low 40s. Your winter weather advisory remains in effect until midnight, and the deserts, you're looking at about that mid-60 mark. Even there, even in the rain shadow, yeah, you do have a chance for some showers to push through the region. Not quite the same extent as over the mountains or down along those coastal zones or the inland valleys, but nonetheless, it's still there. After that, we have a warming trend in store for us.
Having a baby for the first time in the middle of a pandemic is overwhelming, to say the least. Today, we got a chance to speak with two new parents experiencing it all. Baby Harper here was born at Sharp Memorial in Grossmont last week. Her delivery story was a lot different than planned for new parents Mary Travis and Adrian Talamonte because of the new hospital protocols. They say when she went into labor, security was there, everyone was being screened, everybody's temperature was taken. They say the worst part was not being allowed to have visitors.
I can just hear the joy in my mom's voice every time I send her a picture. She's probably taking it the hardest just because she really wants to meet her.
Well, healthy baby Harper and mom are recovering well, but cannot have visitors, and they still don't know when that will change. For now, it's a lot of FaceTime calls with family. That's going to do it for our nightly check-in. If you listen to podcasts, be sure to subscribe to Insight from our Investigates team. They'll have a new episode this Friday related to coronavirus concerns among healthcare workers. Have a good night.